Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to the channel. Today, I want to do this mini reading because although this is outside of my typical posting schedule, I am picking up really strongly on a specific divine masculine energy. And so I am going to be titling this video a message from a divine masculine who looks like they pulled away. But the words looks like are going to be in asterisks because I want to emphasize that although this is how it appears, there seems to be so much more to the story here. And for some reason, a strong message that I'm getting is there are circumstances around this divine masculine or their current situation where they feel as though they are being silenced or have to be silent or pull back at this time, even though I'm getting that they don't want to. So I'm picking up on a lot of kind of tug of war energy within this specific masculine that they are feeling internally very torn. And yet in the physical world, to you, the divine feminine listening to this reading, it's going to be appearing as though this person is pulling away really heavily. They may have suddenly gone quiet. They may have, I'm hearing, stopped in their tracks or gone cold or something of that nature. And I'm getting that because of the way in which they've handled something here, it's causing it to look as though they're running away from you and running away from the connection, even though their higher self is wanting to come through here in this reading video to say that is not the full picture. In fact, it feels like that doesn't even really begin to tell the story here. What I get is the sense of someone who wants to explain but doesn't know how, and so instead they've just gone quiet. So maybe that's the situation that a specific divine feminine is dealing with. And if so, I want to do this reading to provide you with some form of clarity, comfort, or guidance at this time and through a very complicating situation here. So if you are new to the channel, then welcome. Thank you for tuning in. My name is Infinity, and this is Magnetize Yourself, where we talk about life, love, spirituality, and of course, the law of attraction. If you are new, then I invite you to subscribe to the channel, join our beautiful community of like-minded, conscious, creative beings here on YouTube. When you subscribe, this is also a form of energetic transference that does allow me to pick up more easily on your energy and channel more specifically for you and your situation, not just here in this reading video, but in future reading videos as well. So let's go ahead and get into the messages. While I am shuffling, feel free to set your intentions for this reading, either mentally, out loud, or even in the comment section, whatever you feel guided to. And also, as always, I want to preface this reading by saying that at the end of the day, it's really your intuition that is your compass, that is your guide through your life experience. So only take the messages that do feel aligned and intuitively resonant for you personally. Okay, so let's start with this really starting point that was coming up here from this masculine, which was them saying there's so much more to the story. So I want to know first how this person is behaving or acting on the surface so that you can confirm whether this reading is most likely for you. And then we're going to describe what's really going on beneath the surface, because what I keep getting from this situation is that whatever they're showing you or whatever is happening in the physical world with this person is only scratching the surface, or not even scratching the surface of what's really going on a deeper, more energetic based level. So first of all, we have the cornucopia in the reverse position. So in the physical, this masculine is going against what they really want, because the cornucopia card is about desire. It's about manifestation. So this masculine is actually acting against what they really desire here. And it's because with Angel of Love in the reverse position, something has occurred in this masculine's reality, in their life, in their family or friendships, or just life circumstances that has caused them to feel very triggered. And specifically, the way they're feeling internally triggered is they feel as though because of this thing that's happened, they are not worthy of being unconditionally loved. And so they sense all of this warmth, all of this love from you, and it's what they so desperately desire here, but they are taking action against what they really want, which is you, which is a connection with you, which is this love. I'm hearing they want more from you, but they're giving less or doing less because they don't feel like they deserve it. So I got something about college. Maybe the two of you met in college, or college classes are somehow significant here for someone. That won't be for everyone. Something about a university or the education system generally. Maybe someone here is a teacher. Okay, so I want to know, what is it this person so desperately wants? I mean, we've already touched on it, but I want some confirmation. To be free of something. So it's not just that they want you, although that is the main message coming up here, but in order to have that connection with you, they have to be free of something. So their actual core desire here is to be free of a very heavy situation. And I feel as though this situation is something that is very secretive. This may be something that you intuitively, I'm hearing intuitively, you have an awareness of this, but this person doesn't know that you have an awareness of this. They don't yet realize how intuitive you are. So what I'm getting here is your intuition actually knows that this person is going through something heavy. Now, you might not know exactly what it is. I got the name Tristan for someone. Those also could just be letter initials TRSYA or N in someone's name. I'm hearing that you already know this person has been going through something heavy because you've been able to sense this intuitively. Now, you may have not known exactly what it was, and it's almost like you've been waiting on this person to open up to you more. And I'm seeing a clamshell, like a seashell of some kind, and specifically a clam like opening up. So that might be relevant to someone. Something related to the ocean may connect for someone. But what I'm getting here is you've been waiting for this person to open up in their own time, even though it's like you've not wanted to pry to get the details, but your intuition has been telling you that this person is going through something heavy that they've not necessarily been open about. I got the name Rose. This also could just be roses, the flower for someone. Okay, so I want to know more about what this person is so tied into. I feel that for some of them, this has to do with obligation or responsibility in their life. And they may feel as though you don't know how obligated or how responsible they are to a particular person, thing, situation. Maybe it's a workplace in their life. I just feel like there's something in their life that they feel a heaviness around because they feel very responsible for it. And I'm hearing artificially responsible. So it feels like they're actually taking on more than their fair share of responsibility, whether this has to do with a family member, a friend, a romantic situation from their past that maybe is still in their life. That will only be for a few of them. But I just feel like this is someone or something that they feel overly responsible for. And because of that, they've felt as though they've not been able to fully move forward towards you. This seems like something very much related to their childhood, their family, or their past. So it feels like there's a lot of nostalgia and a lot of nostalgic attachment to whatever they're feeling overly responsible for. Like it's something that their family wanted for them or their parents wanted for them, if it's a job or a career, or it's childhood friendships or things from their past, family relationships possibly. But I feel like part of their maturing process in life, although this person, it's like yes, they've been in adulthood for a long time, literally, but there's something from their childhood that they still have not worked out or are still feeling overly responsible for. I mean, this even could be an energetic or emotional pattern that came from childhood situations or circumstances. So only you'll know how this connects for you. But I feel like this is something that is just tied into their roots, something from when they were a child. And so they're learning to balance out this situation. I feel like it's not letting this go entirely in most cases. It's about being able to positively assert themselves and set stronger boundaries within this situation so that they can move towards what they personally, individually desire without carrying the weight of over responsibility into those new phases of their life. And in fact, I feel on a spiritual level, a lot of the reason that you've encountered this person at this specific pivotal moment in their life is because it's almost like you were sent to them, kind of like this earth angel to help them through this, whether your connection to them is platonic or romantic, which I'm getting in many cases, it is romantic, but it's like part of your soul contract with this person is you were sent into their life to motivate them to sort through this situation from their past that they were feeling really responsible for. But I feel like somehow I keep getting the word guilty, like they're feeling guilty for not having told you more about this or opened up this part of their past or their life with you to a greater degree. I just get the sense that this is someone who really struggles to put their emotions into words, to fully consciously communicate how they're feeling. And so when it came to this situation, they didn't communicate to you exactly what was going on, even though once again, with the high priestess here, you've intuitively known the whole time. And I get that if this person were to be more open with you, you actually could assist them in releasing this, or I'm hearing releasing their feeling of guilt or over responsibility for this. But it's almost like they're at this pivotal moment where they're deciding on a human level whether they are willing to let you in right now in that way or not. And something happened recently to really ramp up these feelings as well. I feel like there may have been a conversation, an interaction, some event in their life that just really pushed them to this pivotal point where it's like the weight of their guilty conscience of not opening up more to you about this became too much, or the weight of this responsibility became too much to continue communicating or interacting with you in the way that they were without opening up, but yet they weren't ready to open up. And so I feel like that is why this specific masculine has pulled back or become quiet. And yet their energy is still so heavily upon you. And I'm getting that that is part of why you were so drawn to this reading as the divine feminine in this situation, because even though they've changed the way that they communicate with you or interact with you, most likely pulling back, going cold to some degree, they still are very much focused on you. I'm hearing that if you're connected through like social media, for example, this person may post things hoping that you'll see it, but then they also seem to be avoiding you at the same time. And you can sense this intuitively. That's only for those of you connected with this person specifically in that way. But however you're connected with them, it's almost like they're trying to get your attention spiritually and energetically, or hold your attention spiritually and energetically, but they're not taking that action in the physical world. So this is most likely setting up a really confusing dynamic for you as the divine feminine, where you are feeling this person's attention upon you, even their admiration, because you're still coming up here as the goddess of the moon, that they really see you as this light, as this goddess. I'm seeing some kind of pendant or necklace here that might be significant to someone. I'm also seeing like soft curly hair for someone listening. I'm hearing a masculine say, I know if I looked you face to face, you would see right through me. And that terrifies me. Again, I keep getting the sense of a guilty conscience coming up here. Not guilty in terms of them actually having done something quote unquote wrong, but that they've not been more open with you. And they know it, and they've wanted to be, but there is this fear blockage that's holding them back. I would really recommend checking out my Love Magnetism Subliminal if this is connecting for you, because this person is dealing with some kind of major fear blockage here, and this subliminal will help you to clear out that energy block between the two of you to help really facilitate forward movement and harmonious connection in the physical world with this masculine. So this subliminal comes from my Subliminals app, Sound and Soulful, and as you can see on the screen, on this app, I have created over 130 subliminals for essentially every area of life, for love, relationships, twin flames, energy clearing, manifesting, and so many other things as well. There is so much to explore in the app. And when you create a free account in the app, you can access any subliminal I've created in 10 different background sound options. You can also create your own custom private playlists. You can look at the affirmations that are embedded within each subliminal. And for those of you who are new to subliminals, they are so powerful for manifesting because they actually work with your subconscious mind. So they contain unspoken, unconscious affirmations that are targeted to the deeper levels of your unconsciousness, which it's actually our subconscious mind, according to research, that controls 95% of our thoughts, actions, and outcomes in life. So when we use subliminals to deeply reprogram the subconscious mind, we can really magnetize ourselves for our desires in life. And I've personally seen this in my own life. I started using subliminals several years ago and started manifesting so much faster in my life than with any other manifestation or meditation technique I had tried. So I really recommend incorporating subliminals, seeing how they work to help you transform your life. And again, specifically to manifest your highest timeline in love, to become super magnetic for the highest vibrational outcomes in your love life, to attract positive attention and positive opportunities, even outside of your romantic life, just to attract more of that positive energy in your life. I really recommend my Love Magnetism Subliminal. So the link to download the Sound and Soulful app and get started supercharging your energy for love, happiness, confidence, and success is in the pinned comment and description box underneath this video. Okay, so I feel like while this person has pulled back or gone cold, they actually are still deeply admiring you. And not only that, but I'm also actually getting that they're very hung up on you. They're stuck on you. I'm hearing there's no one else. So maybe that was a major question in the mind of a divine feminine here, like, has this masculine pulled back because there's another feminine energy? And if that's been a question lingering in your mind, I feel like part of why I felt guided to make this reading is because this masculine's higher self, their soul, wants to come through and say, there is no one else. I'm still stuck on you emotionally. I'm still hung up on you. I still deeply admire you. I am just going against exactly what I want here because I'm not feeling worthy of your love at the moment. And I'm trying to free myself from this heavy situation that is somehow attached to my past. But I'm hearing you are my future. It's like this masculine feels as though you are their future, and this heavy situation they're trying to clear is their past. And part of your soul contract is meant to help guide this masculine into their future, but they're just really at this point of their journey now where they have to choose to allow that future in and to let some aspect of their past go, or at least to set boundaries with this past energy that seems to be attached to them in kind of an overly burdensome way. So what else can I channel from this masculine's higher self to this divine feminine? Yeah, once again, angel of love reversed. I want to come forward. I want to say more in the physical, but I'm just not feeling worthy of your love right now. But I am healing that within myself. So I do see this kind of a light at the end of the tunnel in this reading. I see this masculine saying, and I just saw the number 1919, which is funny because I was preparing for tomorrow's collective reading, which is coming out at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow on Wednesday. So tune back in for that as well. If this is connecting for you, I feel like that reading may resonate for you as well. I do those collective readings Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, by the way, for those of you who are new. But that number came up and it represents new beginnings, going in a new direction and letting go of the past. So the fact we got that number synchronicity right when the Healer of the Ages came out lets me know that the masculine here is healing that part of themselves that has been attached to the past. Now, whoa, okay, suddenly near the end of the reading, we get the yin yang card, which you guys know tends to be my number one twin flame card in the deck. So there's a very good chance that this connection is a twin flame for some of you listening. That won't be for everyone. This also could represent a very high level soulmate. But I'm just sensing that the two of you are very much spiritually interacting at this time, spiritually connecting. I'm hearing seeing each other in dreams, seeing each other in the astral realm. I'm also just getting the general message that the universe is not letting either of you forget the other. So know that if you are feeling like this masculine is impossible to forget, it's because they're mirroring that sentiment as well. Just like the universe isn't letting you forget them, the universe is not allowing them to forget you either. And I feel like that's really important for a divine feminine to know, that what you're feeling is actually being mirrored by this masculine, even if they aren't actively showing it in the physical. And if you really want to lock in this energetic frequency, this kind of union frequency, you can type in the comments section under this video, I claim this energetic union. I claim this energetic union, just to affirm that you are bringing yourself into this internal balance and claiming a connection that is truly harmonious for you and supportive for you. So I'm going to go ahead and close this reading with one final Rumi Oracle card. Let me know if any of this connected for you personally. And of course, if you haven't yet subscribed, I would love to have you here on the channel. Subscribe to join our community of conscious, like-minded, creative beings here on YouTube. You can also follow me on Instagram, where I post more information, inspiration, and energy updates to uplift your day. So what is one final message that I can channel here? And we have the card, the all-encompassing hands. And let's just read a message from the guidebook here. Okay, so if I can get to the page here, the guidebook says, "You are the essence of my existence. Who am I? A mirror in your hands. Whatever you do, I will do. I am your irresistible reflection. With every breath I feel, my heart is beating with yours. In your joy, I am exuberant. In your sadness, I am in sorrow. If you are bitter, I become bitter. If you are grace, I become grace. My joy is when I am bewildered in your beauty and taste the sweetness of love on your lips. If I pick a rose without you, it becomes a thorn in my hands. If I am the thorn, I become the rose in your hand." Rumi. And the guidebook also says, "This oracle comes to you as the hand of the divine. The divine will reach for you in your meditations, your sleep, and your prayers. It will reach for you through life circumstances, through the smile or hug you receive from another, or the touch of another human being. All can be solved. All can be resolved. There is always a higher, better, more beautiful outcome possible." So that feels like a beautiful place to close this reading. Thank you so much again for tuning in today. I love you all so much. I am manifesting that you have the most amazing day, and I will connect with you here again in the next video.